gonna sneeze. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not. I lied. I pranked you.
Welcome that's the intro.
Back, everybody. To do a stupid podcast with two stupid friends. Besties for the resties, if you will. My name is Sarah. What's your name? What's your name?
I'm Danny.
No way.
No way.
No way.
You say that every time.
No way.
I feel like you're like, what, really?
No way.
Yes, Sarah, my name is Danny. Just get it. Just
no way.
Remember that. Get it right.
I never remember. Today's the 10th episode of this podcast. How do you feel about that?
Oh, how do I feel? I was just gonna ask you.
I'm the host. I'm the host today, so I ask you the questions.
You're right. I have a problem with that sometimes. How do I feel? I don't know. I saw us getting this far, right? When we said we'd started this. I'm like, we'll probably at least make it to 10. Though I will say we had our first bump in the road for our last episode. I think
the missing audio. Listen, guys.
The missing audio, and it was like a week late.
Yeah. Well, and then also the like 5 minutes of missing audio. Where it's just me, like breathing. And like laughing and talking to myself.
I chose to not edit it out because I was like,
it's
no,
funny.
This needs to.
It's actually so funny. I actually really enjoy it.
So I was like, I could probably cut it out, but I think it's best if we leave it in.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
So that episode aside, I feel pretty good, and I'm still. I mean, we have so many topic ideas still to talk about.
Yeah,
like. It's not even funny.
Really, it's only time that has gotten in our way. We're just busy gals.
We are so busy.
We were just literally talking before this. Like, we're so busy. We go to bed early. We're so tired.
Yeah, I made the joke. I was like, sorry, I feel like you because this past week I've gone to bed between 8:30 and 9:30 p.m., which usually I do not.
Yeah, I think I have worked like every single night this week. And every night I just go home. I go to school all day. I go home. I go to bed. That has been my week.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I've been closing a lot at work. So
excited that I get the next 2 days off. I'm just gonna chill. And not do that.
As you should.
So do you have any comments you want to make for today before we get started, or do you just want to get right into the TikToks? Anything you want to put out into the world? You feel that that's important? I can't think of anything.
We had our birthdays.
We celebrated our birthdays. Everybody.
Yeah.
Collectively. Soleil.
Everyone.
Danny, me, everybody. Last weekend. That's partly why we're filming this one a little late.
That's also partially the reason why we're a little thrown off is because a lot of things
happened. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. We went but now we're all the same age. Was the point I wanted to make is I am here.
Age. We all visited where Danny goes to college and partied it up.
I got my new ID too, which feels good.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate the papers. I hated the papers. I was so happy when I got the ID.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah.
And I actually like my photo.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
About it. Yeah. Yours is good.
Thanks. I don't think I've seen yours.
No, I showed it to Jediah. I remember showing it to him. You weren't there. I don't know where you were.
Oh, sure.
But I showed it to him.
Hey, how kind of you.
I can't remember why I did that.
Anyways, you want to get into
the TikToks? Get right into it. Let's go. Hear the whistle blow.
Well, don't spoil it.
I can just sing it for you guys.
Anyways, this is the lovely, lovely one Sarah chose. Buckle in.
If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. You can hear hear the whistle blow 100 miles.
I love that man.
This is so
this is
sweet.
all he posts. It's just like him with this app singing like little arrangements, acapella versions of songs, and I love it. Literally, if you look through like my liked videos, like it's half of them is like his videos.
It's all his.
Yeah, which
I think I follow him now because
yeah, you should. I'd also like it to make note that was the most grueling minute and 36 seconds I've ever sat through, because for some reason, typically when you play the TikToks, the audio syncs to my headphones, but it didn't this time, so I was sitting in silence for a minute and 36 seconds. But I was like, just keep it going. I know what it sounds like.
Well, you played it off well. I heard it.
I heard nothing. I was in silence. But listen, I love this video. I know what it sounds like. I love this man. So if you need like a minute and 30 seconds of peace in your life, watch this man's video.
Or any of his videos, honestly, because I think I follow him now too, and they're all great.
Yeah, I love them.
Well, okay, my TikTok's gonna be a little different. I just
welcome to the chaos.
My TikTok's a little different, so here it is. Made me giggle.
We take a bottle, becomes a glass. Where did it go? It's in my ass. Everybody hates magic, and I don't care. I have 3 ropes, all different sizes. Watch, I gather up the ends of the rope, give a little pull. Now they're the same size. I get rid of this rope here, take these 2, give a whip and nay, and now we got 1 big piece of rope. Now I'm going to show you the best part of the show. After this, you might poop. Watch, I take the ends of the rope, and then I take the middle of the rope, but they're going to change places. Are you ready? Why aren't you laughing? That was comedy. I take the ends of the rope, give a little twist, pull them right off. Now we got a rope with no ends. Huh? What? Ah, put them right back on. Clap. Give me money.
Got a tube and a can of Coke. Put the tube over the Coke, turns into a 3-month supply of antidepressants. This is the mystical fold of Eldoret. Nothing on either side, yet when I reach in, we have 30 parking tickets unpaid that have resulted in a warrant for my arrest.
Now listen.
The thing is, it's so fast. It's so like chaotic, but it's so fascinating. Like I was just sitting there like, what?
Exactly. That's why I loved it, is because it was funny and he has such like crazy energy. But I'm like, actually, wait, how the heck is he? The rope one, like the first time I saw the rope one, I was just like full on like drooling out my mouth, like eyes glassed over, like, oh, I just hit my mic. But I was so flabbergasted and perplexed of that rope one. It was so good.
And it's so chaotic, like you can't like reminisce on the last one. It's just like boom, another one.
It's like boom, boom, keep up. I'm like, it's so fast paced, so that's why it was great. Oh. But yeah, I thought that one was really funny. I'm not a huge fan of magic per se, but I would go see that guy's magic show for sure.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun little thing. Okay, let's get into our topic of today. Okay, hold on. I gotta pull up something real quick. Whoa, girl. Just so I don't get this wrong, because I could. There's this. I know we have our own podcast, but I myself do not listen to a ton of podcasts. Mostly because I just don't have the time for that, you know. But there is this one podcast that I have been listening to while I do like my schoolwork, and it's called Therapist by Jake Shane. Do you know him?
Not by name. Let me Google him.
Do you know PSA?
No.
Oh, girl.
Oh, this is the guy. Oh, no. Okay, so I recognize him. He's on TikTok. He's the one that does the really weird, like, niche impressions.
Yes, exactly. But he also has a podcast where he invites on, like, a bunch of, which is funny for me because I'm a psychology major, but he invites on guests, and then they do, like, a bunch of different segments and pretend to be therapists, and it's very funny. It's very, very funny. Like Renee Rapp went on it, and that's how I found him.
Oh.
So Jake Shade, and then they do this like segment in the beginning of their podcast, which is where I kind of got the inspiration, where they talk about like what pissed you off today. And so that's kind of where I got the inspiration for this topic, because we're going to talk about our pet peeves. Things that we do. Oh,
I'm raising my hand. So, because you told me we were doing pet peeves, right? Because I wanted to come prepared. While I was thinking of my pet peeves, I came across the question of what's the difference between something that's a pet peeve and something that just you hate, like deeply hate.
I find the difference between a pet peeve and just something that's annoying is when I think of a pet peeve, I think of like something that somebody else does, like a person.
Okay.
Does this thing where like something I hate doesn't have to be like person form. Like I hate mosquitoes. That's not a person. You know what I mean? But like pet peeves, like the ones I have down, are like all things that other people do that I don't like.
That makes sense. Even if they are pet peeves though, I don't know why I associate them with maybe not being as like intense as just like straight up hating something. The things that I wrote down today, I could probably get pretty upset about. So my scale, my scale wise, these are pretty, because I took the time to like think about things that genuinely bother me about people, and I think majority of them are like people related. So I might get a little fired up. Okay.
No, I will too. I was every time, because I texted Danny about like a week ago and was like, this is the topic, just so you can like jot some things down. And like throughout the week, I was like, every single time that I was like getting upset about something, I would jot it down.
Yeah.
In my notes of like pet peeves.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get pumped about this too. Okay, who wants to go first? How many do you have?
I have 3.
Oh, I have 3 too. Oh my gosh, we're synced.
Look at that.
We're synced.
Look at that.
Okay, I'll go first. Okay. I'm the host. I'm going first.
Yeah, you should go first.
I'm going first. Okay, so my first one is people making fun of other people's laugh. For some reason, that just irritates me to a whole other level. You know how, okay, yeah, I have the saying of like, that makes you really upset and should be on your pet peeve list, that I say, don't yuck people's yums.
I'm aware of it.
I feel, which is like, I do agree with that. It's just a funny saying. But it's like the same vein of like, somebody's happy. Like
in a moment of joy.
Prime element, and you are dragging them down. You are preying on their downfall.
As they say.
That makes me so mad. So mad. They can't control that. They're probably self-conscious about it. You're probably not the only one who said that. Why do you have to ruin their happiness?
You know, that's the same kind of thing where like if somebody's really excited or really passionate about something and they talk like really loud or fast, and the other or somebody else tells you like, just like, what are you doing, or like, shh, you know, like,
or like, be quiet,
settle down.
Yeah.
In my Instagram bio, I think it's something like, do whatever you want without hurting yourself or others, and I carry that very importantly, very closely to me, and how I go about my life. And so I feel like that kind of falls under it, where it's like, it's just something that doesn't need to be like, why even point that out? Like, there's I think about it a lot for like people's style or people's hobbies, or like just how people express themselves, or how just people are, aka like a laugh that you can't really like control.
Right.
It just kind of falls under that saying where it's just like, if it's something that doesn't affect you or isn't bothering you, especially if it's, like I said, out of a moment of joy, laughter, that's like the last place that you need to be inserting your opinion or making fun. It's just like, it's weird.
Well, I also live by like the 5 rule of like, if somebody can't fix it within like 5 seconds or even like 5 minutes, don't comment on it.
Yeah, that's a good rule. My first one kind of falls under a similar thing. The first one that I thought of that annoys me to my core instantly are hypocrites. Whether it's in any setting. It's yeah.
Word.
I don't really have any specific examples, but it's just the idea that somebody could stand on something when they don't even stand on it themselves.
No, I have one.
What?
No, I have one. I'll bring it up.
Please.
There's a politician on TikTok. We don't have to talk about politics, but he's a hypocrite. Regardless of politics, he's a hypocrite.
Okay.
He did not support a TikTok ban, and then when they voted on the TikTok ban, he voted for the TikTok ban. That's a hypocrite. Don't do that.
I don't get it. That. What are we gonna do about our TikTok segment if TikTok is not a thing anymore?
We'll figure it out. It'll still be on Instagram. There'll still be stuff. You can't stop it.
No, that's very, very true. We'll just do
anyways.
Instagram
reel. Real talk.
There you go. Okay, coming soon to you, real talk. That sounds so serious.
if this TikTok ban actually pans out.
I just hit my hand on my desk. Did you hear that?
I heard that. I heard that. That sounded like I hurt. That sounded like it was a knuckle.
Just do yours. I'm good.
That's okay. Okay. That's okay. Take some deep breaths.
Right. Talking to me like the kids you're with all day.
Take some deep breaths. Okay, my next one is stupid. But I should really have my mom come up here and talk.
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
It's so bad because I make her mad about it. But probably my number one pet peeve. I wrote loud mouth noises, but really it's just like loud bodily noises. And let me explain. So we know I'm not a morning person, right? Like strongly. Like I'm not a morning person.
You're also not a night person
not a human
either.
In the morning. No. I'm just like my prime is in the day. Like in the middle of the day. But like I'm as much as I can be up at night without being like mean. I'm so mean in the morning. I'm so mean. And it's just because like I wake up angry. I don't know. I talked to my therapist about it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
We're still working on it.
We're still trying to figure it out. But my mom, I'll just be like sitting there eating my breakfast. My mom will be sitting on the couch drinking her coffee, and she will swallow her coffee so loud. And I will just like slowly turn around and be like, "Can you swallow quietly, please?" Jesus. And she was like, "I don't know what you want me to do. I'm just drinking my coffee." And I'm like, "No, you are drinking too loud."
Oh my god. You're breathing too loud. You're existing too loud right now. Mom, I need you to shut up.
So I do that, and my father does breathe too loud, and I have looked at him and told him he was breathing too loud. God.
It sounds like you need to wear like headphones or something in the morning, like for a couple of hours until you're actually awakened.
But the thing is, I've realized that this is just a common occurring theme throughout my day. It's just like more enhanced in the morning, where I will like have a physical reaction.
You're more sensitive
within my family. Yeah, there's a guy in one of my classes at school.
Oh no.
Who clearly like has some kind of like sinus issues. And I'm so sorry for him. But like he'll either sit like right next to me or like right behind me. When he sits next to me, fine. Nothing. When he sits behind me, I can hear his breathe, and he like breathes really loud and really long. So he like takes really big inhales and really big exhales. And then, so it feels like he's breathing down my neck, and he's breathing so loud, which already makes me mad. And then on top of that, his nose whistles while he does it. The entire time. And I have to literally, like, text my mother in the middle of that to, like, help calm me down. Because I get so angry that I'm like,
what does she say to calm you down?
She's just like, girl, chill. He probably has issues. Like, that you don't know about. And I'm like, I'm gonna punch somebody right now. I'm gonna turn around and absolutely clock him in the face. And it's not his fault. It's not like I'm not recognizing that. Like, he can't control that, but it just... I don't know what it is within me that, like, swallowing too loud, breathing too loud, chewing too loud, just...
existing.
Yeah, people existing around me just makes me mad. That's really what it is.
I get it though, because I'm like really easily triggered when my own nose whistles and like makes a sound.
Yeah.
And I'll be like
how do you not know?
Like trying to get like
go blow your nose.
Yeah. And it sounds so weird, but like because I had this issue recently where like I don't know what it was, but like I sat there and I was just going like I was like, I need to just chill out for a second, but it was bugging me so much, like driving me insane.
Yeah.
So I totally get.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. I'm so sorry to the people that I've started arguments with because I tell them they're breathing too loud.
Yeah, that's a little intense.
They're swallowing too loud.
I think you just need to wear your headphones in the morning after, you've woken up, had your breakfast.
I just need to wear my headphones all the time.
Well...
or just because, like, it's good, it's fine at dinner time because, like, I'm eating while, like, my family's eating, so I only hear myself chewing.
So what you're saying is you always need to be eating when your parents are eating or breathing or anything?
Yeah, my father just needs to, like, go to bed when he's tired because that's when he breathes heavy. But we'll tell him, I'll be like, Dad, go to bed. And he's like, no.
Is that an indicator? That's
no, he does.
So random.
You would understand. You'll hear because he snores. I'm just totally putting him on blast right now. He snores really loud.
You'll have to have him listen to this episode. So
when he starts breathing heavy, when he starts breathing heavy, like he's trying not to like slip into like falling asleep and snoring.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So we'll just like look at
really putting your family on blast here.
I don't feel bad for this because my mom also tells him that he breathes heavily. We both like turn to him and be like, go to bed. But he likes to fight it.
Is he 5 years old?
Exactly.
That's such a toddler thing though. It's so funny of how that like
just like no.
How it flips when you're like young and you're like, I don't want to sleep. Like you fight sleep, and then when you're older, you're like, all I want is just a little nap, like an hour or two.
Just a little
nap, please.
Yeah. His excuse is that he doesn't want to be up at like 3 a.m. because he will fall asleep at like 7 o'clock if he allows himself to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyways, enough of putting my family on blast.
Yeah, for real. My next...
What's your pet peeves?
Yeah. The next one I wrote down was actually also kind of specific. I've had this pet peeve for like the longest time, but when artists who make songs, their title is the very first lyric of that song. I hate that. I think it's like, I don't know, it's just annoying. Like it's like spoiling a movie. Like even if you already know the song, it's like you're just singing the title like right away off the top. Like it doesn't seem clever. It just seems like lazy to me. You could have come up with a better title from all the other lyrics that are in your song, especially when they're like niche, or as in like the lyrics the title isn't in the lyrics at all, or like it's just a very small part of the song. Like I think that's such a better like artistic choice than just naming your song the first whatever lyrics they are. And I have examples here. The one that came to mind first is, I remember when I was listening to Harry's House for the first time when it came out. And I'm an average Harry Styles fan, maybe a little less, but he's got a new album. I'll listen to it at some point. And I remember because I was playing it in order, whatever. When it came to Little Freak, I played it first time I hear it, and he goes, "Little freak," and I was like, "Nope, next."
Little freak.
And I think I've listened to it maybe like twice. Like I like went through all the other songs before I went back to that one, just because Harry Styles telling me that, like singing "Little Freak" in the first
Jezebel
in the first couple of lyrics was just like really jarring to me. Same thing with like the other example I wrote down was "Bad Idea" by Girl in Red. Just, it was a bad idea. Like, it was just like right there. Like, any other title.
Yeah. I remember you telling me about this, and now every single time that like I listen to a song and it like the first lyric is the title, I'm like, oh, Danny would hate this.
Thanks.
I do think about you. I'm like,
Danny would absolutely hate this. It's not that
Danny
I hate it.
This one.
It's not that I hate it. I just think it's a really poor artistic choice, and I probably won't listen to the song as often as a song that doesn't have that, if that makes sense.
Hosier would never.
No, he wouldn't. Not that I really listen to Hosier,
honestly. But somebody's gonna call me out and be like, actually, this song.
First word is the title. Yeah, but that's kind of more specific, but I've had that, I mean, for forever, since I started like making my own playlists and listening to music. That's been like a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, I'll still listen to the song, but I think you could do better.
Yeah, I still listen to them. It's just not, like I said, not as much as I do maybe other songs.
Yeah, I like when a title is like has it like is kind of like Hosier, where it's like thematic, where he's not necessarily gonna sing the title, but it's like what the song is about. Yeah,
that's what I meant. Like when they're more like niche, like when they're not even when the title isn't even in the lyrics. Like that's even more interesting.
When it's more underground.
I like your face when you say that.
When it's more underground. Okay, so my last one is this is what I wrote, okay? I wrote inconsideration, but also nosiness. So it's kind of a 2-for-1.
Oh, okay.
I hate when other people don't realize that they live in a world with other people. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, you're not aware that you're taking up space from other people's worlds. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's as far as I'm gonna go with that one.
Do you have any examples?
I'd have to think of something nice.
No,
I wrote
Sarah,
this down.
it's okay.
I'm thinking of really mean things. Well, I'm just thinking of like, I don't know, I get political.
I just need context.
And thinking like, how do you not recognize that like your actions affect other people?
Okay. I think I'm following. Yeah.
Should we do like the whole TikTok ban? We can go back to that one. Like,
no politics.
You saying it's fun. You saying, because it affects like more than one group of people. You saying that you support something and you're not going to go against your word, and then you go against your word, betrays the trust of people.
Hypocrites.
Yeah, hypocrites.
It all comes back.
It all comes back to hypocrites. But also at the same time, on the other vein, right? There's a continuum. If it kind of I should have gone last because this is a good circle. That if what somebody is doing is not hurting them and it's not hurting you, stay out of their business.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, why do you care? That's weird. That's
get a hobby.
My insult lately has been weird because like, oh, somebody can call me crazy. Yeah, I am. Somebody can call me like dumb. Yeah, sometimes I am. Somebody can call me whatever. You call me weird, I'm gonna think about that at night.
It's gonna
what do
keep
you
me
mean
up.
by that? What do you mean by that? So the amount of times that I've seen something that I don't like in the last like couple of weeks and have gone, that's weird.
That's your new.
It's my new insult. So nosiness, that's weird.
Drop
Why are you
the
up in
mic.
people's business? That's weird. Why are you not realizing that the world doesn't revolve around you? That's weird. That's my piece.
Well said. I agree. I think I mostly agree. I don't know. I definitely can be nosy sometimes, personally.
Yeah. Well, I think there's like a fine level of being nosy, and then I think there's like,
true. Like,
why do you care that much?
Yeah, I guess it depends on what it is. But, you know, I can be nosy in some drama or some whatever sometimes.
Right. If it's not harmful, yeah, who cares? But if like,
sure, okay. Now I'm following.
If it's like you being nosy up in somebody's business about what they're doing in their personal life that's not doing anything to anybody, why do you care?
Sarah's main message is, you're not the main character. Move on.
You're not the main character. And if you think you are, you peaked in high school, and that's weird. Keep that in.
You little freak.
Keep that in. Little freak.
Okay, well, my last one actually also kind of has a story to it, but not in the way that you would maybe expect. So, hey, I've worked service jobs up until this point, okay? Especially in food. Being rude or being mean to minimum wage workers or service workers, go hand in hand, is just something that
it's weird.
You took the words right out of my mouth. It's just weird.
You're weird.
You're cruel. Weird. It's inconsiderate. It's nasty. It's deranged. It's, you know, so belittling. Like, I just could never ever comprehend being rude or being mean, or like just like some of the videos I see online sometimes, or even just like stories I've heard in my personal life. Like, don't get me wrong, I love a good like crazy customer story, but it gets to a point where just people,
you're weird.
I just don't get people. I don't get people sometimes. I've had countless, this will have to be another episode but I have plenty of stories of customers being just the worst to me, and I've definitely gotten better over the years, like not allowing that and sticking up for myself or whatever. But funny enough, I actually have a story I need to tell that is the reverse. So, as in, like, a worker was absolutely the worst to me for, like, the first time ever in my food shopping, I guess, fast food experience. And
so like the opposite way, like the employee was rude to the customer. So
this is why it was so weird, for lack of a better word. This is why it was so strange, because it just and this is what made me think about it, because it was like reverse, and I'm like, well, usually in the case, like, I would be the rude one, but you're the one being an absolute problem right now. And you know, I don't know, it just got me thinking, and I figured I would share the story because I have never had an instance, one, where I've been mean to a service worker, but having them be mean to me. Like, I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. I was like, is this actually happening right now? Like,
that's so Raven.
What?
With, like, that's so Raven with like the flashes.
Anyways, so I went to Chipotle for the first time. The very first time. I've always wanted to go, finally went. And this is where it happened. So
guess you won't be back.
Very bad first impression. And it was like, I'm not one to write a Yelp review, but this I kind of understand, like, for the first time, maybe like why people want to write Yelp reviews, because I wasn't so much hurt as I was just like surprised, and I needed to tell people. Anyways, so we're at this Chipotle. Okay, it's me and my partner. We're in line, and, you know, I'm a little bit nervous because, like, I've never been here before. Like, I know kind of what I want, but, like, you know, it's like first day nerves. Like, I especially, like, it's kind of like when people get nervous talking on the phone. Like, I want to make sure I say the right things and that I order it correctly and I don't make it confusing at all or whatever. And so It was so funny because my partner is like standing there pep talking me. He's like, it's okay, like take your time, think about what you want. It's like it's gonna be okay. Like we'll walk up there and we'll order, it'll be great. And I was like, okay, thanks, great. And so he goes up there and there's this guy, looks maybe about like mid late 20s, okay? Walks up there and meanwhile it's like a rainy day. It's like 4 or 5 p.m. It's not even that busy. Like they weren't in a stressful environment. Like sometimes I can understand if I'm at a food place and it's crazy and maybe the workers are, I don't know, not like they're not nice, but they're just, you know, they're doing their job. They're fast, they're doing stuff, they're overwhelmed, they're stressed. Okay, I get it. It was like 2 other people in front of us, nobody behind us. It was absolutely nothing. Jedi goes, yeah, like, can I get a burrito, please? He goes, speak up, I can't hear you. And Jedi was like, oh, I'm sorry. And the guy goes, yeah, it's super loud back here. I can't hear a word you're saying. And we're like, oh, okay. Because, you know, like, there's a lot going on. Like, it's, you know, there is noise going on. It's not crazy. Yeah. And Jediah is a little soft-spoken, so, you know, we struggle with that sometimes. But I could hear him. I don't know. And the guy was closer to him than me. So, anyways, he does that. And so, like, while he's ordering the burrito, obviously, like, they ask, like, you know, oh, like, do you want rice? Do you want, like, what kind of meat? What kind of shell? Blah, blah, blah. He's going, like, he's asking it in a way that's just not nice. You know, he's just like, what do you want? Okay, what? Like, it's like really snappy, like, really, like, just like, oh my God. And so I'm, okay, and I have a hard time hiding my facial expression sometimes. So I'm standing there with the expression, like, eyebrows up, like, I'm looking at him like, are you seriously, like, really talking to him like this right now? Like, is this actually happening? Like, this is where I'm like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Am I on, and I'm, what would you do? Like, what is going on? So I'm getting nervous because this is my first time here. And so I ended up just getting the same thing that he did because I was like, I don't want to be in this line with this worker for any longer because he's scaring me and I'm not having a good time. And so when it comes my turn, I just was like, okay, I'll just make it easy. We'll do the same exact thing. And that's what I told him. I was like, I'll just have the same exact thing. And he was like, but what is that? And I was like, okay. It's a burrito. It's a burrito with white rice. What kind of rice? And I went, white rice. Like I got a little mad. Like I was like, it was kind of embarrassing. And at that point, another worker came over and she started helping us because I think she like heard her coworker and was like, hey, don't do that. And so
chill out.
She got us finished up and everything and checked out. And the guy that checked us out was great. But just that one like initial dude was just like so mean. And like I understand if he was having a bad day, but you know, like it was my first time at Chipotle, you know, like I was like, like it was left me such a bad impression. Like take a break, go walk outside. Like it's not that deep. It's not busy. I've worked a drive-through before, dude. Like I know how stressful it can be. And like I said, there's 3 people in here. Like I don't understand why you got to be acting like that. But one of like the like weirdest, worst like roles reversed experiences in food that I've ever had. It was really strange.
Just be nice to people. Everybody's just trying to survive, you know?
Yeah. That's the summary of today's episode.
Just be nice to people.
Yeah.
Everybody's just trying to make it through the day, going through things that you don't know. Just mind your own business. Be kind.
Be kind, mind your own business. You're not the main character. Don't put the title of your song in the first couple of lyrics. Don't be a hypocrite.
Don't breathe too loud. Don't eat too loud.
Don't exist too loud at the same time.
Just think about your actions before you do them. Think. We need one of those posters right now. Think. Is it kind? Is it thoughtful?
Is it thoughtful? Is it helpful?
Is it helpful?
Is it intelligent? Is
inspiring?
It nice? Is it whatever?
Is it kind?
Yeah, think. A lot of it just comes down to like how you treat others and maybe using some critical thinking skills, dare I say.
Let's use some critical thinking skills. Yeah.
To how to treat others and just how you carry yourself, how you do out in the world and in your private life.
How you do.
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 How you do. Hey, how you do. Moving from that, what'd you eat today?
Okay, so this is why it's related, is because tonight, I really enjoyed my Chipotle burrito. Okay, even though it had a side of really mean worker, really mean burrito maker, it tasted really good. Yeah. And so I was like, well, how about instead of going to Chipotle, we just make some? So we're gonna make some chicken and rice burritos tonight.
Chipotle at home.
But earlier before that, classic. I had bagel, cream cheese, green onions, and my obsession that I might have already talked about on the pod, I can't remember, but cucumbers and peanut butter. You
told me about this.
Yeah. It's because Jediah bought me 4 cucumbers and I'm through 1.5, and it hasn't even been a week, so that's not too alarming, I don't think.
No, they're good for you.
But they're like this big. They're really big, and it's like my favorite part of my day is when I get to sit down and eat my cucumbers and peanut butter.
Yeah, it actually seems quite yummy.
It really is, and I love peanut butter.
Yeah. Me too. I will literally grab the jar with a spoon.
If I always say if I had to choose between chocolate and peanut butter for the rest of my life, it would be peanut butter. I would give up chocolate for peanut butter.
You know, I think I would too. I eat more peanut butter in my life than I do chocolate.
Yeah, and you wouldn't. I feel like a lot of people do say chocolate, but when I think about it, like I would be so sad if I never had to have peanut butter again.
I would be sad. Yeah.
So,
I agree.
What about you, Sarah?
Again, I've had a very busy week, so don't take any inspiration from what I've had to eat today. It's not been healthy. It's not been good. I've not been nourishing my body. I'm gonna do better. There's my accountability right now. Okay?
It's on film. It's
don't take inspo. This is not me promoting anything. I was running out the door this morning. No breakfast. No breakfast.
Great start.
I was working, and you know when you're just like, again, this is how my whole week has been. It's just been so busy. Like, you're just like doing your life, and you just like forget that you are a person who needs to take care of yourself.
Yeah, you go on autopilot.
Yeah, of just like I was distracted. I was at my job on my campus, so I was doing that. I was doing school, trying to stay studious, get my degree.
That's a good word.
That I just forgot to eat lunch.
So
no breakfast, no lunch.
Club.
Got to my car.
Another club. Another club.
Got to my car after working, not eating breakfast, working, and having a class, and was like, I gotta do something about this. So I took my granola bar, my fruit snacks, and my applesauce from my lunch down to those suckers.
Inhaled.
Went home.
Garbage disposal style.
That's my body right now. Went home. Did not eat any more food. Don't know why. I was just like, I'm done. Laid down. Watch TikToks. Listen, I'm telling you, don't take inspiration from me.
It's been a rough day for you. I can tell.
My dad texted me. He said, I don't want to worry about dinner. I'm stopping at McDonald's. What do you want? And I was like, I gotta eat.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'd really like some chicken nuggets. So I have had a little bit of substance. I had some chicken nuggets.
Glad to hear it. I totally
and
understand.
And a good old Sprite from Mickey D's.
Oh,
Mickey D's has the best Sprite.
Best Sprite.
And the funny thing is, as I told my dad to Diet Coke, and he accidentally got me a Sprite, he was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, honestly, this is great. You don't understand. Yeah. This is great, actually.
Yeah. No, I don't fault you. Obviously, we have those days where we get very
Everybody
busy.
has those days.
Yep. And I I have definitely been there a couple of times where like I'm like, it's like sometimes I just genuinely forget. Like, and that sucks because literally, like, to be human, you have to eat, sleep, pee, and repeat. So
take a shower every once in a while.
Maybe shower every once in a while. And you'd be surprised, and when you get so busy, how hard it is to keep up with that stuff sometimes. And even if you do remember from being so busy, you're so tired that you don't want to do those things. Okay?
Yeah.
So I have definitely had a couple of those, which I'm also trying to get better at. Actually, I talked about on the podcast a couple episodes ago, but where I had to eat like so many fish sticks in a really short amount of time. Because I had that exact problem where I'm like, oh, I never ate, or like I totally forgot, and then I start to get really lightheaded, and I'm like, oh, and so then I put so many fish sticks in the oven, and I ate all of them, and then I felt fine. So
yeah, that was me eating my 10 chicken nuggets earlier. I was like, get them down the hatch right now.
Just inhale them, vacuum,
go. So that's how we're gonna end this episode. We're gonna end on a good note. This is my recommendation, everybody. After listening to maybe our more negative views on life, go listen to Hannah Montana. Everybody has those days. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. I gotta learn it again and again until I get it right.
And my song recommendation is "Party at Club Bug." So look that up.
Huh?
What?
Sing a little bit right now. Sing a little bit.
What if it doesn't have words?
What do you mean?
Just
like house music?
I don't want to spoil it. That's all. That's my message. Look up "Party at Club Bug." It's a good song. It's like funny, silly music.
Okay, you gotta be silly. You gotta be silly in life. If you're not having a silly time, what are you doing?
Go eat burritos.
Yeah, you go. You go eat them. But just going to eat burritos right now. Bye, everybody.
I'm going.
Bye. Just going to eat burritos right now. Okay, everybody.
Here I go. Do the outro without me.
Okay, bye. Enjoy your burritos. Bye. 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 Aw, guys, she's so sad to leave. Watching her slowly close the door. Okay, everybody. Okay, that's not creepy at all. Okay.
I need the sign.
We're ending it. End it. Bye, everybody.
Well,
hope you enjoyed today.
Like and subscribe.
Hope you enjoyed. No, I don't do that. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Live your life. Live your life. Eat a burrito if you want some. It's good. And live your life. And Danny's wearing a Pitbull t-shirt, and be nice to others, and bye.
Bye.